What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Alt Knots. Welcome to another day here in the Yarn Dungeon, where I am all about showing the world that crochet is killer. We have a brand new pattern that we're going to be working up today on our Tunisian crochet hook here. We have a spooky little gift bag with an adorable little patch. I hate to call these gift bags exclusively because honestly, I make a bunch of these and keep them for myself and use them to carry my notions around. So stitch markers, scissors, tape measure, honestly, whatever you carry around day to day, this bag works perfect for that. The entirety of this bag is essentially one stitch, which is the Tunisian simple stitch. It's a really industrial type of stitch, thick and very condensed here, which works absolutely perfect to create the bag. The yarn that I'm going to be using is a Mace of Skeins Bloody Valentine, which I'm totally obsessed with this. This pattern is a part of the Mace of Skeins Alt Knots collaboration that is happening right now. I will link her shop down below, as well as the other patterns that have been released with this amazing yarn if you want to go ahead and check it out. So if you're ready to go, make sure that you have a little bit of caffeine. Let's gather up all of our materials and make this Tunisian crochet bag. Starting off, we're going to attach the yarn onto our hook. Then chain 26. Working in the second loop from our hook, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And that's what we're going to do all the way across. Working in the next loop, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now we're going to count and make sure we have all 26 loops on our hook. Now we're going to work our first return pass. Yarn over, pull through one loop, then yarn over and pull through two loops. And that's what we're going to do for the rest of these across. Yarn over and pull through two loops. So we should be left with just one loop left on our hook. And this is what the foundation chain should look like. Now we're going to work row number 2, and we're going to start to work the Tunisian simple stitch. And so the first vertical bar right here, it counts as a stitch, and we're not going to work into that one since it's already attached onto our hook. So working into the second vertical bar, we're going to insert our hook right behind that vertical bar, yarn over, and pull through a loop. And that's all there is to it. So we're going to do that in each vertical bar all the way across until we get to this very last one, and then we're going to place an end stitch there. For the end stitch, we're going to turn our project sideways here and find these 2 pieces of yarn that crisscross. We're going to insert our hook behind those 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through a loop. Now we're going to work our return pass here, so yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over and pull through 2, and continue doing that all the way across until we have 1 loop left on our hook. Now we're going to work on closing up the side and the bottom of the bag, so we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need a yarn needle, a pair of scissors, and you also might want a tape measure as well. The active yarn is still attached onto the Tunisian crochet hook here. We're going to need about 20 inches of this in order to use the mattress stitch to close up the sides and the bottom. Then yarn over and pull through that yarn on that very last stitch. That creates a little bit of a knot right there, so now we can work on closing up the side. Attach the yarn onto the yarn needle. This is going to be the inside of the bag and this is the outside, and you can tell because it has that distinctive Tunisian simple stitch where there's the vertical bar that's going all the way across here. That is the outside, and this is what the inside is going to look like. Fold the bag in half and align up the stitches. Then working in the very first one across from where the yarn is attached, we're going to start the mattress stitch. Then work that all the way down and across the bottom. With the last stitch, go ahead and create a knot and then weave in your end. Next, go ahead and grab your patch, a little bit of fabric glue, place that onto your bag here, and then let that sit overnight so it really adheres to the yarn and it's not gonna move anywhere. For the leather band, I cut mine at 15 inches. Then grab your yarn needle again and feed it through there. Don't knot it because it makes it kind of hard to pull through the top here, so I just fold mine over like this and hold on to it. Starting right at the top middle of the bag, we're going to feed the yarn needle through the middle of the very first stitch there. Now we're going to use the yarn needle to weave in and out of each stitch on the top of the bag. When you come to the last stitch, make sure you pull it through on the front. That way you're able to go ahead and knot it together. Alright ghouls, I hope you totally enjoyed creating this Tunisian crochet gift bag here. Let me know down below in the comments if you ended up creating this to gift to someone or if you made a couple for yourself. But that is all I have for you ghouls today, so thank you so much for hanging out here in the Yarn Dungeon. Have a fantastically spooky day, and I will see you in my next video.